What's up, guys? This is Marseille, the property pastor here with Kingdom Legacy Builders, where our mission is to help everyday people like you and me to build a lasting legacy for our children and our children's children using real estate and wealth building principles. And today I want to talk all about the right mindset you need as a real estate investor. So I'm kicking off a brand new series, a brand new video series about the right mindset. Because I believe that having the right mindset is even more important than having the right skill set. And in this first video, I want to talk about the subject of everything is teachable. Everything is teachable. So we're talking about learning. We're talking about personal development. We're going to be talking about how do you really get into that place of everything being teachable. Nothing's too complicated. You know, we live in the age of information. You know, we don't have to go to there's no longer this time where you got to go to your local library and check out books. You can download books. You can watch videos like this one. You know, you can Google any and everything that you want. You can learn so much now. So I want to get to that place of everything being teachable. But before we jump in, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that share button, right? Because other people need to hear this. They need to benefit from this content. All right, so in this video, I want to cover 5 basic principles. 5 basic principles that help you from this concept of everything being teachable. So as in my career, in my journey, about 50% of what I've learned has come from books and from content, right? From the form of video series, from the form of websites that I follow, folks that provide great content. But I read a lot of books. So I try to dedicate a lot of my time to reading. You see tons of books behind me. A lot of those books are for my pastoral endeavors, but a lot of them are also real estate driven. And the thing about books is that books are a great source by which we can learn. Whenever I encounter a subject that I don't understand, I'll research it. I'll look it up in the book. If I'm going through a real estate contract and there's a term that I don't get, right, I've actually got a dictionary of real estate terms. This is a great book because I can go in here and look up pretty much any and everything and get a gist of it. And then I'll go from there and I'll go and Google that subject and do a little bit more research, right? So we live in the information age where we've got so much information at our fingertips. And then on top of that, not only books, right, but there are courses you can pay for. I've taken courses on creative financing. I've taken courses on negotiation. I've taken all sorts of courses out there to add skills to my toolbox. So books are tremendous, right? So learn from books and learn from trainings. Second principle is to learn from mentors, right? So the beautiful part about having a mentor is that that's somebody who's already done it before. They can often answer questions. There's somebody you can bounce ideas off of. I have mentors in my business, folks that I'll ask questions to, folks that I'll share a different strategy with. They're a lot further along in their journey than I am. And they'll say, well, have you thought about this? Or you know what, that sounds like a great idea. Go for it. So a mentor is key. Now, one thing you got to remember about a mentor is that most mentors are really busy. And that's one thing in my life. I'm a busy person. I am a pastor. I'm a dad. I have a real estate business and I still have my W-2 job. So I stay really busy. But with a mentorship relationship, you should add value to that mentor. Don't just, reach out and say, hey, I want you to mentor me. Can you teach me everything about real estate investing? Because now that mentor, right, they're going to be giving tons of information, but maybe not receiving much back in return. Now, unless they have a lot of time, that's not a win-win. Now, if you go to that mentor and you say, hey, I can go and check on properties for you. Hey, I can go look at deals. Do you need any work done? Whatever you can do, I'm here. Like, I may have time available. Like, even for me, right? I record videos and I'm looking for people to help me to edit those videos. So if a person comes to me and they're good at that and they say, hey, Marseille, I can edit your videos. You just record them. I'll edit them and make them look great. And in exchange, you teach me our real estate. Guess what? We've now got a win-win relationship. So that's a win-win. So always try to add value whenever you approach a mentor. But a mentor is key to help you to grow, to help you to continue to learn. Number 3 is learn how to learn. Now, what that means is everybody learns differently. So some people are visual learners. Some people like to hear things, they're more audible. Some folks are hands-on, right? And some folks are a combination of all of those things. So learn how you best learn and cater your time to be most efficient. If you're an audio learner, audiobooks may be the key for you. If you're a visual learner, you may have to watch more videos, or you may have to draw pictures or diagrams and things like that. But it's important to learn how to reinforce what you learn. If you're confused the first time, I tell people read it again. And I truly believe that you can learn anything if you break it down into small enough pieces. And if you use something that you understand, right, to help you understand something you don't, then your linkage to information grows so much bigger. And what happens with a lot of us is we get intimidated by how do I run the numbers on a property, or we get intimidated by, what are all of these terms in this contract. And the thing that we must recognize is that we all learn differently. But if you break it down into small enough chunks, you will understand it. When I first started in real estate investing 4 years ago, a lot of those terms seemed really big. They seemed really difficult. And I had no idea what I was doing in a lot of instances. But I took my time and I focused on progress, every day learning a little bit more. If I didn't understand the principle, I'll go and research something else. I may put it down for a while and come back. I'll ask a question on a forum, whatever that might be. And over time, all of those things that seemed so difficult to understand started to come together. So learn how to learn, reinforce what you're learning. And then on top of it, as you learn new things, teach them to somebody else. That's one of the things I try to do, even making these videos. It may help me to learn more or to reinforce what I've already been doing by teaching someone else. So learn how to learn. The next thing is learn from experience. Learn from experience. Failure has very expensive lessons, but it has one of the best teachers. And don't be afraid to fail, right? Put yourself out there. Go ahead and fail. I tell people a lot of times, like, let's say, for example, they're trying to negotiate through an off-market, campaign. And by making a phone call, they're like, I don't want to call people. I don't want to cold call. I don't want to send out mailers because I don't want to get rejected on the phone. And the thing about it is, there may be one person that's going to say yes to a deal you're trying to pitch, or one person who's going to accept it, but it may be 99 who are going to say no. And you got to look at it like, I'm not afraid of the 99. I am going to go through the 99 to get to the 1. Now, the 99, they're just training you so that when you get to the 1, you know what to say, you're comfortable, you're confident, right? So learn from your failures. Whenever you make mistakes, and I say it all the time, even in the church space, I say that your past mistakes should be what teaches you, not what tortures you, right? So tortures you. So the thing about it is, failure and mistakes are a key part of the growth process. And if all you do is sit still and you're like, I'm afraid to fail, I'm afraid to make mistakes, you'll be sitting there idle. But if you go ahead and get those mistakes out of your system, go ahead and make those mistakes, keep moving forward, keep learning what went right, keep learning what went wrong, that's the kind of mindset that will help you to get there. The last thing I want to cover, the fifth principle is learning has to be continuous. So like I mentioned, I've been doing this for like 4 years. I've got double-digit properties. I'm working on property number 14 and 15, pushing my way to 50 doors since I do a lot of small multifamily. But I figured out that learning has to be continuous. I can't stop learning just because I've been doing it for 4 years and I think I know everything. The more I know, the more I realize I don't know. And the thing that we got to do is commit to continuous learning. So every year, and I think it was Zig Ziglar, I believe it was Zig Ziglar that talked about we ought to spend like 3 to 5% of our income on education. And that seems like a ton of money. And I used to think that when I would buy a course, like I bought buy $1,000 course on creative financing, for example. And I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. But the first time I did a deal and I make, $20,000, that course is already paid for. Things like lease option courses or subject to courses or whatever those are, they pay for themselves quickly. So continuous learning is very important, but it's critical that we commit to learning continually, every single year. What am I going to learn this year? How am I going to grow? Instead of spending all of our time on watching TV, binge watching shows, on our phones, picking up a book, watching a video, attending a meetup, all of these things are critical so that we continue to learn. The thing that we must recognize is that if we only have one tool, then everything's going to look like a nail. And the thing that I love about having a lot of tools is that when I go and present a deal, I've got multiple ways that I can work that deal. And I can, there's a term or a mode of thinking that says that great deals aren't found, they are made. But without the education and the knowledge and the skill set to create those kind of deals, you've only got one way to go. And then that might not work for your particular seller or your situation. So, I believe that learning is key. Having the right mindset towards learning is critical. It's something that has helped me tremendously, and I know it will help you too. So commit to your learning. Recognize you're not going to learn it all in one day. Find that mentor. Dig into those books, watch that content, right? Learn from mistakes. All of these principles are key. Figure out how you actually learn and then apply that, and you'll be amazed by how much you learn. You'll be amazed by what you can do in your business. So, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. This is just the first video in this new series. So I'm going to be talking all about mindset. Make sure if you haven't that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Great content coming at you continually to help you in your business, because I'm believing that you can build a great legacy not only for yourself, but for your children and your children's children. Leave something for them so that they can benefit and really achieve the dreams that are in your heart. Hey guys, this has been Marseille, aka the Property Pastor. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I cannot wait to see you again soon. Take care and God bless.